guys, how's it going? So this is what it's looking like outside today. It's absolutely beautiful. Everything's covered in thick frost and it's foggy enough to where it's like freezing, and it's not snow exactly, but it looks like it's snowing. I had planned on getting in the pond today to do some pond plant maintenance, but I think we will wait for a day that it's at least like not fog/snowing outside. We're gonna head down to the garden center instead, and we are gonna put in a few hours helping out down there, and I just thought I'd bring you along. I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing, but I'm just gonna pitch in where I can. Before we head down though, look at this birch tree. Is that not the most gorgeous thing ever? Look at the landscape right now, so pretty. And you can see a little peek of the red Christmas decorations under the portico there. Oh, so pretty. And the weeping willow, you guys, is stunning. I'm walking toward it. Is that not the most beautiful thing? I mean, oh, so pretty. Really, everything is. You know, all the hawthorn berries. We've got rose hips right here on the Morden Blush roses. This is the only type of rose that we do not deadhead. We do not touch them all season so that they can form up these big, gorgeous hips. Everything just looks beautiful, either with that thick frost or a layer of snow. And if we pop over here, where I was gonna work today, we'll have to see how it looks tomorrow. I might just have to suck it up and get in there. There's just some plants I want to cut back, but everything looks so pretty around here too. Look at the frost on the Arctic Fire dogwoods. Oh geez, Douglas, what are you doing? He's a snow cat. Yep. Oh my goodness, it's just so beautiful. Look at that miscanthus right there. Lots of pretty layers. And then right across the way here, the parterre garden. So pretty. Oh, I mean, just when you think things aren't going to be as pretty because the geraniums we had underneath these crabapple trees, like in these areas, this summer they were gorgeous. They were the most glorious thing. And I was so bummed when we had to tear them out, but seeing the winter interest here really just makes me so happy. And so it's so worth it focusing on that. And there's lots of gorgeous layers. I'm just making my way back to the truck. I was letting it warm up before we head out. The Julia Child rose trees there. And the red bud. I was also thinking about tackling this project today too, but I don't think so. Let's stay inside today. All right, we're gonna head down and see what we have before us. We're on our way down the lane, and I usually don't film while I'm driving, but I just wanted to show you how beautiful the lane looks with frost-covered grass, the frosty trees, and I can see the gate up here with the wreaths from the backside. Still looks really, really pretty. Oh, look at all that stuff out there. See how these wreaths are holding up. They look good. Look at that, so pretty. All right, we have arrived. I'm sure sorry that you couldn't make it. Oh, hello.
Hey,
hello. Oh, what are you working on?
I just groomed up these aloes.
Oh, they look nice.
Aren't they pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave them a good soak today. They got their
weekly watering.
Yeah,
nice.
And then got them nice and groomed.
So you're just working on grooming plants up here?
Grooming plants, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, and also we wanted to do a little bit of reworking with these birds.
Okay.
Getting those on this tree and moving some of these candles over there.
Okay.
So kind of shifting some things around a little bit.
I can do that. I'm on
Sweet.
it. And then we're going to make a couple wreaths, right, later?
Dusting?
I'll do some dusting.
Yeah.
Anything to stay out of the pond today.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the, not poinsettias, the amaryllis.
Yeah, I just potted those up.
Boy, if you need a quick gift, look at that.
Yeah.
Aren't they beautiful? Look at the one in full bloom.
Yeah, that is a beaut.
Isn't that so pretty?
And the flowers last for quite a long time.
Yeah, they do. And they've got some different things. Like this one has a little old truck, little stake.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Now this one was headed towards the window. I just turned it. So by this afternoon, it should be straight up again.
We'll come back here and do a progress report on that one.
Yeah.
They're pretty quick, but even like this one that's in full bloom, there's a whole extra bud
Yeah.
right here that will have probably 4 blooms as well.
Well, and there's several red varieties
Oh, yeah.
over here.
Boy, they look so good when they're in a legitimate
Aren't they
pot.
nice?
Yeah.
And you know what I love? Like, this is a fiddlehead fern.
Yeah.
But it's a stake.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And we've got all different sizes of them, and I just think they're real pretty.
I wish I had waited and bought these. My amaryllis
Oh.
bulbs, nothing. I'm going to have for I think Valentine's Day amaryllis this year.
Well, you want to know something? I did 3 of the whites, the bulk whites, and only one of them's pushed a bloom stalk so far. The other 2 are just sitting there. They
They're just
will.
taking their time
They
this
will.
year.
Yeah.
They will. Yeah.
How are the myrtle topiaries still here? I might have to buy a couple from around
Well,
my...
we just have 2.
There's
Oh, no,
3.
3.
Well, I might have to buy a couple of those.
Yeah, aren't they pretty?
I could use another couple topiaries in my life.
And there's some new growth on them.
Especially high maintenance ones. I'm good with those types of houseplants.
Yeah.
For the first time ever in my life, I killed a poinsettia this year.
You did.
It rotted.
Uh-oh.
Too much care.
Did you slit the bottom of the foil?
Well, I think so. I don't even think mine had a sleeve on it. I wonondered if that's what it was because I grabbed it before it had been priced.
Uh-huh.
But I think it was just in a plastic pot, and somehow, maybe we'll just say it was in a sleeve. That's what happened. It
Nice.
just never was slit.
Yeah, so we have 4 more amaryllis, or 3 more, that need repotted.
Oh, I can do that too.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we've got
Which
this
ones?
one down
Okay.
here, that red,
Okay.
and we've got this one,
Hot.
All right.
and we have, look at this. Look at this guy.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's
Okay.
what they do. They reach for the window,
They
and they're
do.
in those little plastic pots that are super light.
Yeah.
So we're just putting them in heavier pots with some rock topsoil.
So they stay
to weight 'em
upright.
down.
Yeah, they're so top heavy.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I love seeing the seed rack full of fresh seeds.
Well, we're getting another line of seeds next week, and we will from a different company, and it's big spinner racks.
Oh, nice.
So I've got to get all of this stuff done and out of here.
Oh.
So
All right. So I think what I will start with then is reorganizing the birds, getting those on a Christmas tree and getting the candles over. And I'll just keep checking in with Monica and Mom. Are you working on wreaths right now? Or are you
I'm
going
going to work on a wreath, but I think I might bring it down.
It's too chilly.
It's chilly up there.
Yeah.
And besides that, I don't want to be sequestered off. I
No.
want to be in the
It feels
where the fun
festive.
is.
It feels festive when we can
It's
all work
super
together.
festive. So I'll make little bundle piles
Uh-huh.
and bring them down and just do a wreath. I might do a wreath, just spread out my stuff here.
Perfect.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's looking good. I like the leaves in there,
I do
actually.
too.
Yeah.
And so these are the glycerin preserved leaves.
Oh.
And some of them drank and they did great. Like these are still soft and
Yeah.
they've been out of water for days. These,
You just kind of have to pick through them
some
then.
of them didn't.
Yeah.
Some of them
Dang.
didn't. But the seed pods are
Yeah.
still soft.
They're pretty.
So I'll just de-leaf them
Mm-hmm.
and just use that. But I love that with this incense cedar.
Yeah.
And then the pods from the eucalyptus.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's noble fir. I really like it.
It looks very, with this, it looks bright. Like
Uh-huh.
there's a pop to
like
it.
a little, and that blue and yellow
Mm-hmm.
contrast, which
Yeah.
I really love.
Very nice.
Almost done.
No yawning over there, Monica's. I saw that.
Joe's on his way with coffee.
Yeah.
I need my coffee.
Monica's grooming some plants.
Yeah.
Hey, Cameron.
Okay, so Mom had to leave. She went to go pick up my niece and nephew. And so now it's Monica and I and Shane holding down the fort. And we've just been moving stuff around. You've probably seen me go from display to display. And I'll walk through and show you what I did at the end. But at this point, what I'm going to do is go through these seed bins. And they like to have a lot of pre-measured packets in here. So it's easy to, like with the smallest amount of seeds, that you can buy. Like for this cucumber, which is a Marketmore variety, open pollinated, you can get a 1/4 ounce of seeds for $2. So it's nice to have little envelopes just ready to go, because a lot of people don't need more than a 1/4 ounce.
I can't believe we used to not do that.
I know.
So we would have people lined up ready to get their bulk seed, and when we were busy in the spring, and here we were weighing every single thing, and it's a fun process if you have time.
Yeah.
But this has helped. It's like saved us.
Yeah, it took a lot of time, but this is one of my most fun things. Like I liked that, even though it was busy and it felt like people were piling up in line.
It stressed me out.
Did it? Oh,
I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
I love just talking about different varieties and what experience people had with different varieties of things. I learned a lot.
Well, I like talking about cooking, like the things when I have people that come in
yeah.
here and want to find, like, and talking about different things that people do with the different vegetables and stuff. And that's fun to me.
Yeah. So if we kind of step back, you can see this whole wall of seeds, and they go down to the floor. And the seeds that make it to this section right here are like the tried and true varieties that perform really well in our area. If you see a bin turned upside down, that means that we're out of that. We need to put in an order to get more. But like this Marketmore cucumber that we were just talking about, this is what it looks like when you open it up. It's got like germ rate information right here, and it's just full of seeds. And then on tape here, you can see like you can get a 1/4 ounce for $2 or 1/2 ounce for $3 and so on and so forth. And every single bin has that sort of information. So like golden acre cabbage, we'll measure some of these out too. You can see all the seeds. It's so fun. This one you can get a 1/4 ounce for $2 as well. $2 is the minimum on most of these seeds. You can order these too from Andrews. We'll link them down below. But anyway, it's just such a fun deal. And sometimes we kick varieties and put new ones in there if we find that maybe there's something better out there available.
Yeah.
But if we turn to the left here, you can see flowers, different flowers, mixes. There's wildflower mixes here somewhere.
Over to your left.
Oh,
but a
there
lot
they
of them
are.
gone.
Oh, I see that.
They're on order.
Around.
Yeah, they're coming.
So there's like the annual cut mixture, there's the wildflower bee mix, wildflower deer resistant mix, dwarf mixture, hummingbird mix, dryland mix, and Rocky Mountain mix. And then there's a bunch of herbs right up above those. And then as far as all of these like little things on here, OP means they're open pollinated, H means they're heirloom. Just because they are open pollinated does not mean that they're heirloom. Heirloom just means they're a really old seed that has been passed down, from year to year, generation to generation. OP means they're open pollinated. So it's not a hybrid. This is like if you gather the seed from this and plant the seed, you're going to get the same thing. Now, if you planted a bunch of open pollinated varieties of the same group and let them flower and let bees pollinate them, they can cross pollinate. So if you're wanting to gather seeds and plant and get the same golden acre variety, you need to just plant the one variety or plant them very far apart from one another. And then 65 days, that's the maturity day right there. So 65 days from the moment you put your seedling out or, you get your sprout up, depending on if you're growing them from seed outside or inside, it's 65 days from the moment you have them up and going, that you have your head of cabbage. And this right here is the scale that they're measured on. Look at that. I love it. And it's tested every single year to make sure that everything is accurate. And we've got the 1 pound weight here if we should want to, measure out something heavier than that, but we do have a larger scale if we swing this way. If we're measuring out like 5 pounds of grass seed, which we've got bins with all the grass seed, this one needs to be refilled. That's a perennial rye.
Samantha Grace loves to play in those.
Oh yeah, Samantha loves to play in these bins. But yeah, you can buy grass seed by the pound, and that's just a bulkier thing. So to have a larger scale that you can put a larger paper bag on is kind of nice. Also, in the back hallway here, there are more bulk seeds. So there's more corn and beans, all of these too.
All of this on these bottom 2 rows are our peppers and tomatoes.
So these are like some specialty varieties and things, right? Stuff that you order in smaller quantities.
Like people that want ambrosia squash, because that's kind of a more expensive one. Or like seedless watermelon that's like 75 cents a seed.
Yeah.
Or like some of the hot peppers are like that too. Yeah. Like a ghost pepper is like per seed. I think it was like 90 cents.
So having like a whole bulk bin of those isn't quite as, No. So we get them in these little envelopes, and then we can count out the seeds or measure out the seeds based on how many the person wants. Well,
Oh,
there's garlic.
good job.
You need garlic. Andrew still has a few heads here. Okay, so let's measure out a 1/4 ounce of the cucumber seeds. Got some little scoops down here. Just gonna scoop up a few of these. I'm gonna take the pound weight off. And then we set this right here to a 1/4 ounce. So you can see there's 0 and there's 1. And there's 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, and 1. So we're gonna set it to 1/4 ounce. And then we're gonna just watch up there until it meets that middle mark. Oop, just slightly over. Look at that. That's so many cucumber seeds. But then we grab an envelope and we write the variety name and the amount in the envelope. Some giant. Okay, I'm going to keep working on seeds, but real quick while there's nobody in the store, because we just have a brief moment when there is not a customer, I'm going to walk around and show you guys what we got done today. Take my opportunity when I can get it.
Make sure to show that dram wall.
Are you working on the dram
Yes,
tools?
nice. I got to display the fun stuff.
Nice. I'll do that.
Yes.
Okay, we'll just start right up here with the front counter because I think that's where I started, right?
Yeah.
I moved all the birds from this area right here.
And you got all this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
This hasn't been redone for I don't even know how long.
Well, I didn't even really redo it. I just consolidated.
Oh, no, you did. I mean, all we've been doing is like dusting it.
Oh, really? Well, I just noticed there was some soap down there, that box, and there was also soap up here. And so I thought, well, let's just consolidate it. It's
Let's
really
have it
hard to put
together.
plants down here. They don't get
Yeah.
enough light. So yeah, all like the self-care, personal care items
like
are
by
here.
the nature's willow, it makes sense to have that all there.
And so in place of the birds, I did a little son of a nutcracker display right here. Monica and I and my brother Joe all of us bought one of these.
It's like they're funny.
They are funny.
Yeah.
And they hold a lot of water and they keep it cold.
Your ice like I put it in at
2
7
days.
in the morning and the next like all through the day and through the night, the next morning it's still there.
Yeah.
So
They work well.
they work really well.
This is one of the amaryllis that I repotted. This is a superstar right here. So it got moss and a new terracotta pot and saucer. And then repotted this one as well. This one I should probably turn so you can see what variety it is. This is a double red. Look how big that thing is. That's going to be a beauty. Just kind of fussed with stuff and kind of moved it around a little bit. Also moved a bright pink Christmas cactus that was right here. It was throwing me off because everything's like green and red. So I moved it over there to that stack of pots. I think it looks a little bit better just to have the white and the red right here. And then on top of this cupboard, I moved some stuff that was in a side room that was just kind of more Christmas centric instead of, I think there was a wind spinner right here, which I moved kind of flip-flopped. I moved the wind spinner to where all this stuff was and then all this stuff right in here. And now you can see the gingerbread house is just a little bit better, which is kind of fun. Also, while we're here, I did clear off this whole hutch because this is where the new seed spinner racks are going next week. And then I moved the smaller one. I couldn't move this one by myself, but I moved the smaller one to a storage area. So it's just out of here. This is the tree that the bird ornaments went on, and there are several. This one's really bright and pretty. There's a blue one. Oop, right there. Woodpecker. There's an eagle. There's oriole. And there's a hummingbird right here. Pretty. I don't think I did. Oh, I moved some poinsettias off the ground, like up into the display. I mean, just kind of fussy stuff. The air plants that were in the hutch that I just cleared out, I moved to this section right here. This is where the cinnamon nutcracker cups were to begin with today. So just did a little flip-flop. And then over here in this room, the stuff I put on top of the cupboard right by the counter, all the Santa Claus stuff, was up here on the counter on this side. So I just moved that over, moved some stuff up off the floor so it's a little bit easier to get to, and then just kind of shifted a few things in here. This little table that the poinsettias are sitting on was sitting right here. I'm not quite actually sure why. It was kind of right in front of this bench. And so I just shifted that over. It's probably because there was a lot more stuff in here to begin with. So just kind of fussed with the stuff in this display and kind of spread it out and moved a few things around. Really pretty nutcrackers. I love these concrete finials. Those are so neat. And I have 2 of these tiny little concrete pillars, and they are so handy inside the house. That's where I use them mostly, like for a mantle or a tabletop display. It just adds a little bit of elevation, and it's solid, which is nice. And then on this tree right here, this one has shifted a bit because so many ornaments have sold. It's just been nuts. All of the ones that were on the blue and white tree in the back room ended up coming up here to join the ones that were left on this tree. So it's nice and full again. Okay, let's head to the back room area. Plants are looking so good. Okay, so right back in here, you can see to the left, that's where the blue and white stuff was on that tree. So now it's just a nice lit tree. The birds are going to start talking here a lot. They usually do when we're back here chatting. They like to be part of the activity. I'm trying to think of what I did back here. Okay, I think if we go this way, I moved some bunnies and just kind of tucked them into a couple of displays back here. I actually hadn't noticed this. This is a magnolia corbel. So you can hang it like this and put something on it. But I thought, oh, that would be a really pretty bookend. Like a beautiful bookend. I don't know. I might have to get that. And I found that tucked right here. Like you could hardly see it. So now it's up on the table. I love the colors in this display. That kind of, I don't even know what color of blue that is. There's like teal and dark blue and green and just really, really pretty. And then right here, there's a little family of bunnies. Move those from up front. And then back in this wild area where there's tons of pots and things and lots to see, we just tucked in random things that we came across into the wall. It's kind of nice to have, we call it the pot wall, where you can just tuck a bunch of things and it makes it easy to see everything. So I'm going to finish out the rest of my day. I think I've got about 30 or so minutes left. I am going to continue weighing out seeds. And Monica's up there grooming, so we just visit the whole time and it's just so fun. Then I'm going to head home. But what a fun afternoon. I'm loving it. All right, guys, we are just finishing up for the day. And I did end up with the myrtle topiaries that I was looking at the beginning of the day. I'm excited about it. Oh, here comes the truck. Hold on. It's going to get loud. Yeah. I think what I'm going to do with these, and I'll show you when I do it, but I would love to pot them and have them on either side of our kitchen sink. I think that would be really pretty. But look at this. It's just a socked in, foggy, kind of frosty look out here still. It is getting darker a lot earlier, but it's been this color all day long. So I was so thankful to have a warm place to work today. That is it. I'm going to go home, you guys, and make some dinner, spend some time with the kids. I hope you enjoyed just seeing a little glimpse of the garden center and some of the activities going on down there right now. And we will see you in the next video. Bye.